Welcome to Apple Store Cloud Technologies. Today in this session, we are going to discuss a BIP report output with text attachment message print. Means, let's say if we have a text attachment at supplier, purchase order or invoice level, now the requirement is to print the text message inside the text attachment into the BIP report. Let's say we have a supplier with supplier number 1406 and supplier name master supplier with the attachment associated with this supplier. This is the text attachment which attached to the supplier, and inside this text attachment we have text message called welcome to Apple Store Cloud Technologies, and this message, complete message. The requirement is to print the message in BIP report along with the basic supplier details like supplier name, supplier number, and business relationship. For that, we are going to take a basic query with the required columns: vendor name, segment 1 is vendor number, vendor ID, business relationship, and organization type, lookup code from the POJ supplier. So using this query, I'm going to create a data model. I'm creating one data set of SQL type and naming it as supplier details, and data source and selecting it as application DB, FSCM, and running the query. This is the output which we got using our sample query. So along with these basic details, the requirement is to print the message inside an attachment. For that, first we need to print the attachment document details. So I'm taking one more set of query where it can help us to get the document details and the attachment details. Here I'm taking entity name as POJ suppliers, as we are printing a attachment message from supplier. Let's say if it is for PO, the entity name should be PO suppliers. Let's say if it is for invoice, the entity name should be AP invoices. For this query, I am hard coding the supplier number as 1406 and taking one more data set of SQL type, naming it as supplier attachment, taking data source as application DB, FSCM, and running this query. Now I have two data sets. One is with basic details, which we need to print in the report, other with the document ID details. First, we need to join these two data sets using a vendor ID. Means we need to create a link between the G1 and G2. Now, the next step is to print the message inside an attachment. Whenever we attach an attachment to supplier level or PO level or invoice level, it will automatically paste into content server. So we need to point out that content server, and we need to point the attachment against that particular vendor. For that, I'm going to take one more data set of content server. I can name it as supplier attachment CS. Now the parent group. Here we need to select the parent group using our documents query. Now our documents query is G2 query, and the document ID is we need to select it as G2DID. And the context type is only text type. We don't have an option to print the message from PDF attachment. Now let's see the data. See, this is the exact message which we saw it in our text attachment at the mass state supplier. Let us save this data model. I'm naming it as supplier text message print VM. I'm saving this data. Now our data model is ready. We need to prepare the RTF template using these details. And we need to create the report. I already created a RTF template with the basic details which we need to print in the report and the document message which we need to print. Select the data model first. Upload the template and give a name to this layout. This is the template which we saw just before of RTF type of local English. Upload it. Click on Save Report. Save it as Supplier Attachment Text Message Print. Now, the output format, we can select anything of available formats. I'm selecting a PDF format here and clicking on View Report. See, this is how we can print the message inside a text attachments in BIP report. Thanks for watching this video. Please do subscribe to Apple Star Cloud Technologies.